Hey, chosen daughters, whether you're watching this on YouTube or tuning into the podcast, welcome back. I'm so glad you're here today. We're tackling a topic that hits close to home for so many of us: distraction. Let me ask you, have you ever felt like the noise of life is just overwhelming, whether it's social media, responsibilities, or even things we care deeply about? It can be hard to stay focused on what truly matters, our relationship with God. Let me share a quick story with you. Just today, something happened in my life that completely grabbed my attention. It was one of those situations where I thought I needed to figure this out right now. I was so focused on solving the problem that I didn't even realize I hadn't even stopped to pray about it. I hadn't even given it to God. That's when it hit me. Even good things, things that are important to us, can become a distraction if we don't surrender them to God. Maybe you can relate to that. Maybe you've been so caught up in something, and before you knew it, God feels so far away. It's not even that He left us, it's that we got distracted. I think this is a reality we all face, but the good news is we don't have to stay there. This reminds me of Mary and Martha in Luke chapter 10. Do you remember that story? Jesus is visiting their home, and while Martha is running around, stressed about all the preparations, Mary is just sitting at Jesus' feet, just listening to him. Martha gets frustrated and says, Lord, don't you care that my sister has left me to do all the work myself? And Jesus gently tells her, Martha, Martha, you are worried and upset about many things, but only one thing is needed. Mary has chosen the better portion. When I read this story, I see myself in Martha. So often it's easy to get busy with all the things, even good things, and miss out on what matters most, being with Jesus. Isaiah 26:3 says, You will keep in perfect peace those whose minds are steadfast because they trust in you. When we trust in God and keep our eyes on Him, that peace comes. But when we let distractions take over, peace feels distance. So, how do we stay focused on God when distractions are everywhere? For me, the key has been learning to recognize when I am slipping into distraction and immediately turning back to God. Like today, when I was so focused on that situation, I had to stop and pray. God, I am sorry. I've been trying to handle this on my own. I give it to you. It's not about being perfect. It's about practicing daily surrender and keeping God at the center, even in the midst of life chaos. Here's my challenge for you this week: spend 5 intentional minutes with God each day. Start your morning with Him, or take a moment during your lunch break to pray. And even if distractions come up, and they will, write them down in a journal and give them to God. Now, I'd love to hear from you. What's the one thing pulling your focus away from God right now? Drop it in the comments. If you're watching on YouTube, or message me on Instagram or Facebook. If you're listening to the podcast, let's pray over these distractions together. And if this message spoke to you, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and follow the podcast. Share it with someone who needs encouragement today. You can also join our Chosen Daughter Facebook community for deeper conversation and support. Thank you for being here, sis. Let's keep our hearts focused on Jesus no matter what the world throws at us. Until next time, stay faithful, stay focused, and remember, you are a chosen daughter of God. See you soon.
I was lost, but now I'm found. Called my name, lifted from the ground. You saw me in the shadows, pulled me into your light. Now I know I'm your child, your chosen one. My journey's just begun. Every step I take, every move I make,